So, have you ever wondered, are you actually talking to your guides? Are you hearing them? How do you know? So this is a 10 tip video to help you with this subject, and I'm Sharon Milne Barber from Quantum Trance Healing. So let's start off with the tip, Cherie. How can I help you? I've been developing over many years, and it's been very key for me to know I am actually talking to my guides. So I'll give you some tips now to help you with this. Sit in a quiet space, preferably in your home where you won't be disturbed, because that's quite key. And just sit there and curiously invite your guides to be with you and blend with your ethereal energy, and set the permission for only the highest and best to work with you and communicate with you, and just see what you sense. You might get impressions, you might get some guidance come in your head, you might just have a feeling there's some presence around you, some different energy that was there before. It's very subtle. This is a very subtle way of just connecting with your guides and entrusting that relationship, I think is the word I will use for that. The quiet mind and stillness helps with connecting with your guides and getting clear information and correct information from your guides. And stillness comes into this. So meditation is quite key, and it allows, and mindfulness, and just allowing your mind to quieten and calm down allows for the truth of the answers of your guides to come forward. Grounding is very important as well. So grounding, so this is the third tip. So grounding is very important. Keeping yourself grounded to Mother Earth, because you're now elevating yourself, because you want to talk to these beautiful, highly ascended celestial beings, and you want to hear their words, get their inspiration and their wisdom, and know it's them and not a voice in your head, which is your own voice. So these are very simple first three methods of just how to really calm your mind, set the intentions, and grounding your energy to Mother Earth, so you stay in a grounded energy while you ethereally connect higher. Remember, you are telepathic when we talk about connection. Fourth, once you sort of establish this calmness with this in this space with your guides, and you sense a presence and you feel calm and trusting, ask a specific question, and it has to be very clear to receive an answer. Now, if you're just starting out in this process, you're probably going to be looking for yes or no. So say, is the job at ASDA right for me? Yes, this voice comes in. Okay, that's great. You would trust that and accept it. Now, what happens with most people is they perhaps wanted the other job up the road, some ego in them or something playing with this intelligence that's coming to us and speaking to us, and you think, actually, I'm not sure if that was the right answer, I'll ask again. And then you ask again and you get yes again. Or you start to break down that connection you had with your guide and you get a no, and the no's from your own ego, and you completely break that connection. So it's very important to keep calm, have that clear, calm mind and that connection to know it is your guide, and trust that instant yes. Listen beyond words is a very good tip, number 5. Guidance can come as feelings, thoughts, synchronicities, physical signs, or images. So you're now expanding out to how your guides can communicate with you. That you are telepathic, and they telepathically said yes to you. Great. But there's other ways they can get messages. So if, say, you had a job coming up in the place we called Sunflower Garden Bouquets, and you didn't know which job to take, you'd ask for a sign, and you could say, can it be the sign of sunflowers? So all of a sudden you might see sunflowers, you might see sunflower on the side of a lorry, you might hear somebody talking about sunflowers, you could go to a house and they've got sunflowers, and suddenly you'd get this signs coming to you. That's correct. If you don't get any sunflowers, the question is then, this perhaps isn't right for you. So then you say to your guides, this is right for me, and they'll either say yes or no. And the synchronicity within that as well. So, you know, it's really a sort of trusting the first sort of things that come to you. And if you're a very visual person, they might bring visual images into your mind rather than words, so watch out for that. As I've said, number 6, trust the first impression. Initial insights are often the most accurate. If you ask yes or no questions, you don't get the answer you want. As I said, the ego will stop you. The first answer is correct. Remember the intuition. Your soul plan, your guidance for your life here has an intuition attached to it. And that is connected with this communicating with your guides. So number 6, trust the first impression and your intuition. 7, what's going to stop you? You got to release your doubt and fears. Am I hearing this right? Am I imagining I'm hearing this voice? Are these synchronicities and messages real? As soon as you start having fear and doubt, you block that time you've spent calming your head, quietening your mind, setting clear intentions. All that work you've done in 1, 2 and 3 is completely wiped out the window, and you might as well just go off for a walk around the block and forget about it. You really have to release those fears. As I said earlier, meditation is very good for calming the mind and mindfulness. And this is number 8. Now, I find I work with my guides. I shut down and open up. And when I open up, they can communicate with me. So I'm opened up now while I'm doing this. They're guiding me through this. And I can be very busy in my household life. And my time, I find, I have 3 spots probably they will come to me. One is when I go to the toilet, and don't laugh at this, well, you might do, is that when I go to the toilet, as soon as I shut that door, my focus is on myself, relieving myself down the toilet. So I'm focusing on what I'm doing. And I can't tell you how many times they've come to me with a bit of information I needed, or some guidance or something to try in those moments, because I've taken myself out of my past, future thoughts, and I've brought myself into the present moment. So that is very key. Present moments can be in the shower, those moments you go to sleep, wake up, sitting in your garden, walking out in nature. There's all of these present moments where they can contact you. What is really good, tip 9, is journaling. So you've learnt to calm your mind, you'll set the clear intention, you've got, you've put all of these things in place, and you're getting words and inspiration. And it's time to start journaling the messages that they're going to give you. And how I do that, we call it spiritual writing. I use it a lot in spiritual development. Is you get yourself a lovely book and a nice pen, find your quiet space, sit there, invite your guide to come to you, the highest and best, setting all those amazing intentions, and just ask them to inspire your mind and give you a message you might need, or ask them a question and see what comes. If nothing comes straight away, go back to it later. And trust that process. And tip 10 is stay open to the answers coming to you and stay patient. Clarity helps develop your mind for communication with your guides. And it's not just about hearing their voices in your head, which obviously what people doubt. I teach trance, and early trance is the self-doubt, is this voice in my head mine or theirs? And you soon learn when doing these exercises and asking that yes and no question, and building that trust and that confidence, and seeking perhaps some evidential synchronicities through it. And look at the little bits of evidence that come. And that's why the journaling is so good, because you can journal down your experiences of it. And as you grow with this connection and trust with your guides, you can see how it's grown in your journal. The other thing, while we want to hear our guides clearly, is also understand they can give us healing. We can ask for healing and they will help us with any healing we need for ourselves or other people. And you can also ask them to send healing around other people. Again, you can ask for a sign. Has that been done? See what signs you need to start to learn what signs are as well. I have got them in my spiritual handbook, which is an amazing book which has got lots and lots of knowledge in it. And if you sort of seek the knowledge, part of this learning to be and trust your guides isn't having the knowledge of what to look out for, what to understand. You know, knowing what the signs they can bring you, there's loads of them. And as I said earlier, you can ask for one particular sign and just see what happens. Let it unfold for you. So I hope that helps. I'm going to be doing further tips, so please sign up to my YouTube channel, Quantum Trance Healing. And, you know, these are going to really help you. And you can share them out to help other people as well. And if you're a working knowledge leader in spiritual work, you know, please feel free to share them to your students, etc. This is all coming from the love of my beautiful Salatorian guides. So I'll leave this with you and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.